Tak, ještě jednou krásný dobrý ráno. Vítejte u dalšího streamu, respektive dnešního, teda ze včerejšího na dnešní. Budeme pokračovat v Altinu Dawn. Dark Pictures Altin Until Glogy bla bla bla. House of Ashes, nebo tam nějak. Tvůj anglicky nový, sorry. Jdem na to.
Some fucked up shit in my life. Nothing comes close to this. They don't seem to be following.
Would you like to wait for them, or...?
No need to be a smart ass. Just move.
Tak, jdem na to. Já se trošku omlouvám za zpoždění. Já jsem se musel najíst, já jsem měl hlad jako vlk.
Cocoon? Looks like those things came from here.
Smells like formaldehyde.
So when did you become a scientist?
They don't teach you American science at school. We should stay clear of it.
Belongs to Randolph Hodgson. Maybe it's got some intel that could help.
That didn't help him.
Ah, shit.
Vytrhal někdo stránky. No, pěkně. Jo, říkám, nemusíš to. Díky, měj se, čau. Dobrou.
Their story didn't end so well. Jason?
What?
I can't end up like this.
This was all Lady Bradshaw's doing. She knew all along what was down here. She led us to them.
Jo, to já nesmažu, já to nahraju na YouTube.
Over the murdered corpse of Van Hoyten. As she turned to face me, I saw that she had changed. My hand fell to the closest weapon I could find.
Dobrou.
An tent peg. I stabbed her with the metal, impaling her in the heart. She died. Unholy screams echoed from deep below, as if answering the sudden release of blood.
Said. What the fuck is this place?
To si píš, chlapče, je to. Mimozemšťani.
Zayn is all I have left in this world. After my wife left us, I gave him my all. I wanted him to have everything I didn't.
Single parent. Tough fucking gig.
It is. But my boy has made me very proud. He's going to London, to university. If only he would stop stealing. I miss him so much. Is your conscience clear, Jason?
Co?
Green zone. Checkpoint.
What checkpoint?
Nick and I, we were caught in traffic. Checkpoint had been hit before by suicide bombers. There was a woman. She was carrying a bag.
Juronku, nazdar, chlape ušatá. Ty ještě nespíš?
I ordered for her to stop, loud and clear, but she didn't. She just kept on walking.
Jurone, hraješ War Thunder?
I had to make a call. Nick.
Nebo respektive War Thunder?
He shot her dead.
Jak se máš ty dacané celkově? Nehraješ, jo? To je škoda. Už máš babu? Nebo ještě furt chutíš ty syrečky? Syreček sem, syreček tam? Ale pohodka. Neříkáš to tak nějak to. Pracuje se na tom, no tak to ti chválím, chlapé, to ti chválím.
This bullshit. I'm not here to honor the dead. The truth is, my life was going nowhere fast. I jumped at the chance to sign up.
No, ale sírečky jsou pořád. Ty si nezavrnul.
Profound, huh?
Hmm.
The towers were hit. I was stoned out of my fucking skull. I didn't even hear about it till weeks.
Co chvilkou došel Mikal? Spát. Většina už šla spát, to jsem ještě předtím streamoval. A jestli nějak nechce, tak jsem se vrhl do třetího pokračování tohoto neskutečného příběhu. Jinak jak se mám se docela skvěle. Dcerka Sofinka roste jako z vody, už má roček. A teď je vlastně u babičky. Takže pomocu hraju, užívám, odpočívám. Jinak furt tak nějak přistejno.
Those fucking things tried to fuck with our heads. They tried to kill us. But you and I, we're both.
Hraješ nějaké hry? Nebo na to
Stop
prdíš?
believing, Salim. We're gonna get out of here and see the sun again.
Is that what you truly believe?
Hoorah!
What on earth is that sound?
It's a Marine thing.
Oh. So, does that make me a Marine too?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, huh?
Okay.
Hey.
Jen se skoro začas, jo? Aha.
Got your back.
We'll stand together. It's the only way.
A co Bigfoota hraješ? Tam jsou nové mapy a tak, jsem to nedávno hrál. Jo. Dobré, že? Teď jsem to zase nějakou dobu nehrál, tak nevím, jestli tam je něco novýho. Aha. No teď mám pro tebe docela dobrou zprávu. Na Ubisoftu vlastně vychází něco podobné jako CS, nebo respektive je to smixenina všech her, co se vlastně týká Ubisoftu, a je to docela dobré. To je to free to play game. Já jsem to právě zkoušel, jsem přístup k betě, nebo ještě respektive mám. A je to fakt dobré. Tam můžeme jít zahrát. Tak jdeme na to. Jak už mě sleduješ 7. měsíc, 3 dny. A 1 hor, nevím, jestli to je hodina.
Salim, over here. What do you make of it?
This place could have been down here for thousands of years.
God didn't make these creatures.
No. It It's possible we've got this wrong way around.
What's that supposed to mean?
Maybe we're intruding on them.
Teď se to pohne, ne?
I ain't going nowhere. Wait, check this out.
Sounds like music.
That don't sound like any music from where I'm from.
Okay, maybe not music. Could be a language.
You've seen those motherfuckers. They're not exactly the chatty type.
We shouldn't underestimate them. Look at this place. Those things are intelligent.
Michal už 1 rok, no, to už je doba, no. Ten tu je vlastně od pradávna, od mýho startu. Takže je vlastně paráda. Stále mi dělám moderátora.
How far down do you think we are?
Mám jenom jednoho vlastně, jsem tu měl víc těch moderátorů, ale nakonec mám jednoho, ale mám za to víc VIP, takže VIP zone, takže tak. Ty vole, co to tady je? To je úplně šílené, kurde.
We mustn't lose sight.
Jo, já jsem hrál ten Outlast vlastně, no, vidíš to? To možný, no. To už ale doba, ty kráso. A jsem rád, tyjo, že se zastavil, tyjo, člověk tebe už dlouho neviděl. Už tě to asi nebaví, co? Ty streamy a takové.
Devil's Heat.
Tak.
This is everywhere.
Is it just me or is it alive?
Jsi měl 13, počkej, a kolik je teď? 13, 14, 16 je? Moc času nemá, že? Škola tak. Jo, to je škoda, no. Aspoň by si mě mohl zapnout na pozadí. Já už teď moc času nemám, já už streamuji jenom o víkendu. Už moc nestreamuju, tak jakoby pravidelně. Každý boží den. A už ti to táhne na 17, no pěkně. Za chvilku půjdeš ven ze školy, na střední školu, jestli se nemýlím. Nebo už možná chceš? Do prdele. Sakra.
Did you see that? I think it's still alive.
That's impossible.
In this place.
Já už jsi na střední, jo.
Everything's possible.
Tedy jestli jsi prvák, druhák?
Fucker's been alive all this time, just sitting here with half a head.
Fluid.
O čím se zaobíráš?
Preserved his flesh. His brain. What should we do?
Prváku si. Aha.
Well, shit. You had enough time to get used to it?
A známky dobrý, všechno OK.
Yes. The noise will attract the vampires.
Mechatronika? Co ty brďo? Jako mechanik? Jako aut? Nebo něco takového? Jo, jasně. Tak jo, jdem na to. Jo, po tu dobu, co jsi tu nebyl, tyjo, tak se zase odehrálo toho hodně. Ať už dobrého, či špatného. Či neznámého. Masakr, no. Tak. To jsem zvědavý. Z toho tady vyplyne. Jo, takhle, aha, no, jako, mě to jako dávalo, bo slovenský, ty brďo, já jsem teď nevěděl, jestli jako je to tak myšleno, nebo jinak, ale asi určitě jinak. Ale každopádně, nevím, co mi to napadlo, ale napadlo mi prvně tohleto, no. Co to tu je, tyjo? To je masakr. Co, těší se na nový Outlast? A hlavně to dej, ten tvůj cíl nebo sen, nebo ten tvůj řádový postup do budoucna. Jo, těší se na to? Oni to zase odložili, ty brďo. Koupil jsi nový Forest? Většina lidí jako říkala, že to je takové nic moc. Tu jedničku musíme dohrát, tyjo, někdy spolu. Oh my god. Na to šlapne, ha? No, tak jdem na to. Tohle to je v pohodě, jo? Já jsem to viděl v ukázkách, vypadalo to dobře. Já jsem si, jo, to je super. Ale ještě jsem to neměl čest koupit ani hrát. A ani nevím, jestli to budu vůbec hrát. Ty dvojku. Mně to přijde už tak jakoby nějak takřka furt stejný dokola. Já už mám tolik těch her, že sám už nedohrávám úplně všechno. Tak to všechno se snažím teď dohnat, protože jsem se zase posekal u toho War Thunderu. Takže sranda. Grafika vypadá úplně úžasně, jo, říkáš. Jo, podle těch ukazech tomu tak nasvědčovalo, no, ej. Ty kráso, vůbec nevím, kam jdu, ale budu věřit v to, že jdeme dobře.
Check this out. They died fighting each other.
Like dogs fighting over food.
Jo, tak to je pecka. Je to jeden na takových FPSkách. To bohatě stačí. Oh, yes! A Jaronovský reček je tam.
Shit, Nicky. You turned up like the fucking cavalry. I thought you were dead.
Not my time.
Good to see you again, ma'am. Take my hand. Glad you're here, man.
This place.
Trošku mi to připomíná ve třelce coverám.
We need a plan.
Fuck those things up and get the fuck out.
Good plan.
Sergeant K, what do we got left?
So we got 8 clips of 556 FMJ, 3 40 mil high X rounds, a couple of 9 mil pistols, 4 clips between them. We'll make that work. Huh. Plus 2 Foster rounds. And 1 block of composition C4. All in is not enough.
We also got this.
It's old, unpredictable.
We work with what we got.
Our fuses are shot, but we can use the C4 to detonate them. Let's just hope they still back a punch.
The vampires come from those cocoons. You saw how many there were in that vault? There could be thousands in there.
Should we blow them up? Burn as many of those motherfuckers as we can and head for the surface. What do you think, Sergeant?
Ooh,
I'm not gonna allow him to carry a pistol.
We are way past that point now, ma'am. We stand together as one. Looks like our explorer friends are here too. We should search this place before we move out.
Anyways.
How confident are you that they'll work?
They'll work. I should have said it sooner, but I'm sorry about Eric's death.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Rachel, I just want to. I want to say that I've come too far to lose you now. We're going to get out of here. I know it.
I like your confidence, Marine.
Over here. I found something.
What I wouldn't give to see daylight again.
Daylight and a cold one.
Už jdeš spát? Tak to je jasný. Tak dobrou noc, chlapi, díky, že se zastavil. Rád tě vždycky uvidím a počastěji. Skål. No jo, já si spíš užívám toho klidu, víš, u těch her. Vlastně já nějak nemůžu spát, takže tak. Ale děkuju za starost. Tak. Co tady mám zapsat? Zastavím se někdy, OK. Budu s tím počítat za půl roku. Dělal si prdel.
A blasphemy that comes in indescribable shapes and forms. For eons we lived as children in this world, unaware of the horrors that slumber beneath our feet. Now we have blindly thrown open the gates to madness. I fear being taken, but I must do what I must. We must seal this place for eternity, for all mankind. Mary, I'm sorry.
None of them made it out alive.
Jo, oni tam na něčem pracovali, no. Wow.
There's meaning here.
It's a language formed from chords, musical scales, sonics. Mary was a pianist. She deciphered it. She thought these carvings represented the stars. Do you see? It's Cetus, the whale.
We're a long way from the night sky.
It's a mystery. According to the journal, there was only one scale of sound in the device. But Mary was studying it alone. I think there may be another. I'm going to need your help.
What can I do?
This console is too big to operate single-handedly. believe that these creatures were once peaceful. Their language was one of music. How could they not feel emotion? Then a tragedy fell upon them. Their great empire collapsed. Their music fell silent, and they turned on each other. What happened? A sickness? A madness? What turned them from architects into killers? Whatever it is, it twisted them. Now they're creatures of hate. Animals. Dead things. No one left to kill. So they slept. And they waited. They waited for us.
Is anyone buying this shit?
I don't know, but Old Mother Mary was right about one thing. There's no more good in this place. Like, come on. Let's go burn these motherfuckers.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Those mounds are made of cocoons. Thousands of them. If we set the charges there, they'll all burn.
Shit, they're hatching. We gotta move. Quick. Okay, listen up. We've been hit hard tonight. We lost brothers. Including our own colonel. But now, it's time to get some payback. We plant charges on as many of those clusters as possible and then detonate them remotely. Second those charges go off, we haul ass to the exit. If luck is on our side, we'll do more than fry a few vampires. Create a diversion.
If we die here, at least we'll take some of those bastards down with us.
Okay. Who's going to place the dynamite?
Alright, fuck it. I'll do it.
You're crazy. We'll do it together.
Nah, the more of us down there, the more chances we'll get seen. Take the detonator. If I don't make it... Nick, hear me out. If I don't make it, I want you to blow those charges. Just don't go getting trigger happy on me.
Every step of the way, you keep in radio contact.
And if there's no radio signal?
Then I'll pop a flare. Shit go up, you hit that detonator.
Be quick and be safe. You hear me, buddy?
I can't make it out. There's one ahead of him. To his left.
Nick, the cocoons are hatching ahead of you. You gotta move fast.
First dynamite is down. Over.
Which way? Left or right?
O do prdele. Oh. Sakra.
The mud.
It's too far.
I'm going for it.
This is way too easy.
What is it?
There are too many. He's a dead man.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Wait! What will warning him do now? There is no way out.
Hey, how's it looking up there?
Tell him.
They're all over you, man. Hundreds of them.
At least you've got the boss to tell him the truth.
I'm sorry, Nikki. For this? For what happened at that checkpoint?
It's a war, Jason. Bad shit happens. Get out.
Kurva! Do prčic. Bože. Já to můžu vrátit. Čau Fury. Ahoj, pane. Já to vrátím. Už mám asi pomalé reflexity, jo. Ještě, že to jde vrátit. Mám 84% projetých. Pěkně. Jak se mi nechce spát, chlape. Jinak, jak se máme... Ještě hraješ R6? Mám stále nainstalované, jsem si to dneska chtěl dát. Ale jak jsem se posekal více u těch War Thunderů. Já jsem si dal Alieny a Já jsem si dát Fear 2, ale do prčíc mi to přeskakoval na druhý monitor.
We gotta move. Quick. Okay, listen up.
Vovko si začal hrát. Podívejme se na chlapíka.
We lost brothers, including our own colonel. But now, it's time to get some payback. We plant charges on as many of those clusters as possible and then detonate them remotely. Second those charges go off, we haul ass to the exit. If luck is on our side, we'll do more than fry a few vampires. Create a diversion.
If we die here, at least we'll take some of those bastards down with us.
Okay. Who's going to place
Tak
the
a
dynamite?
to hlavně neposera. To jinak ho zabijou.
Alright, fuck it. I'll do it.
To je docela dost těžké, ty ale.
We'll do it together.
Nah, the more of us down there, the more chances we'll get seen. Take the detonator. If I don't make it, Nick, hear me out. If I don't make it, I want you to blow those charges. Just don't go getting trigger happy on me.
Every step of the way, you keep in radio contact.
And if there's no radio signal?
And I'll pop a flare. See it go up, you hit that detonator.
Be quick and be safe. You hear me, buddy?
Je to hlavně neposradně.
I can't make it out. What are all these machines?
There's one ahead of him. To his left.
Nick, the cocoons are hatching ahead of you. You gotta move fast.
First dynamite is down. Over.
Which way? Left or right?
Kurde, nestraš. No, tak ty to bude sranda. Hej, trošku no, ale škublo mi malinko. Jo, tak to se jim povedlo zatím. A co, hraješ ještě nějaké jiné hry? Nebo tak?
Look at that, man. It's the mother lode.
It's too far.
I'm going for it.
To hlavně neposrat, no.
This is way too easy.
What is it?
There are too many. He's a dead man.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Ježiši Kriste, no to je to. Děláno.
What will warning him do now? There is no way out.
Hey, how's it looking up there?
Tell him.
They're all over you, man. Hundreds of them.
At least you've got the boss to tell him the truth.
I'm sorry, Nikki. For this? For what happened at that checkpoint?
It's a war, Jason. Bad shit happens. Can't help.
Tak, a teď se musím soustředit, bo mi jedna. Nechci to dát znova už. Tak jo. Ty vole. Dal jsem Valhalu, ale... Jo, jasně, chápu. No to může být chyba nějaká, víš, jakoby... Ty vole, no tato se zvědavý, co teď udělá. Pěkný ohňostroj. Až jinak více času, když už jsem single. Jo, jasně, chápu, no. Že jako jen jsi sám teda.
Answer me, damn it!
Come on, buddy, let me hear your voice. I'm sorry.
No hej, tak jsi aspoň pánem svýho času. Já žiju, ty vole.
I hear you. What's your position?
On žije, super.
I'm injured. I need help.
Oh shit. Achievement se dostal, wow, bomba.
Salimem. Those charges were a godsend. Feels like this whole damn place is coming down. Salimem, he's still alive. Salimem, come in, man. Are you there?
I am surrounded. I'm in real trouble here. Vampires. So many vampires. What's there to think about? We go back down there. We die with them.
You better not be thinking about helping the bastard who killed Eric. Let him rot.
He ain't one of us.
You hear me, Salimem?
If I don't make that, tell my son I did everything I could.
If you get out alive, we'll see you on the other side. Godspeed.
Whatever you're thinking, I got a feeling I ain't gonna like it.
We wait. You. He's alive! Now let those motherfuckers up!
Ooh.
Fucking knew you'd make it.
My son is waiting for me. No evil is going to stop me from seeing him again.
Listen up. We're not out of the woods yet. What I see in front of me, you're the best. Fuck that. Best of the best. We will get home. Hoorah!
Hooah. Hooah.
on, Lieutenant.
Oh my god.
Shit! Damn it. Shit, I never should have let her go.
Carl just didn't know how to stay dead.
Oof.
Statue! There's a way out!
Where are they?
I don't like it. Why aren't they coming up?
How the hell did we make it through that? Everyone okay?
You still with me, buddy? We got two alive. They're fucking ready to go home, Marines here.
This is Mailman 2 on to Coyote 2. Are you receiving?
This is Rhino 1-5, solid copy. We're 5 minutes from your position. Where the hell have you guys been? Over.
Improvise, adapt, and overcome. We fucking did it!
I forgot how bright it is out here.
Hello, sunshine. Am I happy to see you?
I must return home to my boy. He must be worried about me.
A do prdele.
No, not again.
Tam je vlastně to zatmění toho slunce. Kurva. No tak to jsme v hajzlu.
Inside! Get inside! Now! You stay out here!
shit about space. Contact!
Ideas? Is this it? Flares? Where's the ammo?
Look! We use what we got. Interesting knowing you.
Kurwa. Cheats. Dožití. Já chápu, vždycky je to tak dojebu. Kurva, tak teď jsem to zase dojebal. Piče! No to je ve zvyku vždycky to dojebat, hej. Vždycky tam tak vyskočí a člověk zazmatkuje a zmačuje stejně jako něco jiného. To nemám naučené ty Xboxové zkratky, ty tlačítka. A zvládli jsme to. Trošku to museli jsme udělat napínavé.
It's the assault team.
Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? You're beautiful.
Clear!
We've got 4 survivors.
Ale Fury, jsem rád, že jsi to zastavil. A co ti daří? Dobrou noc a já jsem to už projel. Vypadá to tak. 3. díl od série Dark Pictures je za námi. Bof. Děkuji, děkuji. Čauko, čauko.
Not bad. You've guided some of your charges to the light, while others have fallen to the darkness. Survival often comes at a great cost, a cost that others sometimes must pay.
Skål, skål.
I look forward to our next encounter.
Zvědavý, co tam bude dál, člověče. Se bude pokračovat nebo ne? Ale končí to určitě na 4, protože 4 už je, nebo doufám, že. Začaly mě bavit takové hry, akorát jo, dokáže to docela hodně překvapit. Člověče, těmi tlačítky, to je prdelí. Monument. A počkej, to pokračuje. Aha, super. Je to za náma. Skvělý. Takže to bude asi možná pokračovat? Kdo ví? Přísná karanténa.
Coffee wasn't so bad though. Good fucking muffins.
Did you read the brief?
On the flight. How's it going with the analysis team?
The ISG team took heavy losses, but it wasn't a complete disaster. We just had to scrape some of them off the floor.
Poor bastards. And the entities?
Like
Tak
nothing
to
was
se zvědavý, co se tam bude. A? Do prdele.
Cool check, Jason. First lieutenant.
Když je to zkoumají, no. To mě
Or so they advertised.
Fuck! Now how many times do I have to keep telling you the same damn story?
I understand. However, CENTCOM needs to iron out any irregularities.
Such as? The whole fucking thing was irregular.
Such as why you allied with an enemy combatant?
You weren't fucking there! Those things were ripping us to shreds. I don't give a damn who it was. We needed all the help we could get. I stepped back into that hell to save Salim. And that man was worth 5 of you people. Semper fucking 5!
And Colonel King?
What about Colonel fucking King?
How did he die?
He led us all the way to hell. Hell burned him up. So they cooperated with an Iraqi soldier down there?
Republican Guard, if you can believe it. Must have made a hell of an impression for Kolchak to go back for him.
I'm dying to meet this guy.
I am not answering any more questions until I see my son.
That's not how we do things around here. May I remind you, you killed a U.S. Air Force colonel.
You don't have a clue. Jason came back for me. What does that tell you? Down there, this damn war of yours was over.
I'd like to talk more about the entities.
The vampires.
I'm finding it very hard to believe that you killed those things with that.
Untie me, and I'll show you how I did it.
The analysis team are still pulling specimens from the site. It's carnage down there.
They used dynamite?
We don't know how they got their hands on it.
No, I'm done. I told you already. It was a city, a goddamn city full of those things. There were cocoons down there. Fucking thousands of them.
How many organisms were still alive down there?
Too many. Overall's sake, they're all fucking burned.
This is like Winterfold all over again.
Uh-huh. And here we
I'm
are.
the engineer.
Our in-house genius. He definitely got more than he bargained for.
Those two were married, right?
In the loosest sense of the word.
The report states that the colonel was shot.
It's still a war zone.
At least somebody here died normal.
This comes down to Kalis. It mistook the temple for Saddam's weapon depot.
Piece of shit system.
I wouldn't say that. It's been a big find for us. We've been lucky.
This is your definition of lucky?
Co to je za kretený, vole? A to je vřitý, vole. Vzorek.
Well, do you believe me now?
This is Miller. He'll be fully debriefing you.
Debriefing? You need to get your damn priorities straight. Those things are still down there. What are you doing about them?
There will be plenty of time to talk things through. Right now, I suggest you count your blessings that you came through the other side. It's nothing short of a miracle that you survived down there.
I learned not to rely on anyone but myself. I was stronger than them all.
We'll be back shortly.
They still on for next Sunday?
Janet's making hot pot. You bet your ass we're on.
I'll never get used to this job.
Why would you want to?
At least this one was localized.
Small blessings.
Still, what do you make of it all?
Doesn't matter what I think. Only thing that matters is controlling the flow of information. As far as the world knows, not a damn thing happened here.
Máme to tam. Už. Možná budou porušeny autorské práva, tak stopa nebude.
You want to know what it means to be a killer? Think of the most profound thing you've ever done.
Další.
Beautiful thing you've ever created. And I promise you, it's nothing compared to watching the life bleed out of someone. To see the fear in their eyes. To feel them pawing at you for release. To hear them pleading, begging. That
artist. I've left my mark on the world. Have you?
Tak, a je to za náma. Achievement další byl odemčen. Wow. Tak. Sbírky. Chybí nám jeden. A 4 nám chybí, no. To vlastně ty tabulky, no. No, chybí nám to tady. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 nám chybí, no.
Queen bitch finds out about this, she's gonna flip her shit.
Rachel and I, we know each other.
Sir?
The queen bitch you're referring to is his wife. Nice work, hotshot.
Ashley Tisdale, welcome. Now, Ashley plays Rachel in Supermassive Games' Dark Pictures Anthology's House of Ashes. All right, Ashley, what can you tell me about your character?
My character, Rachel, is a CIA
Hustý ta herečka.
and it is taking place in 2003 in the Gulf War.
Paráda,
And
to
she's
tím fakt
on a
povedlo.
mission to find chemical weapons. So she's pretty badass.
Wow. This is your first time doing a video game.
This is my first time, yeah.
Wow. So how does that process compare to maybe the stuff that you've done, you know, on camera before?
I think that it's just very obviously a different approach to it. I do a lot of voiceover for animation series, so I would say it's more in line with that because you're in a studio all day and it's like you and the script and then also like some of the other characters, but it's just like kind of going through it really fast versus, you know, one scene on a TV show or a movie could take like an hour to 2 hours. So you're constantly going through it. It's a really long process, but it's cool, it's different. You're wearing like heavy machinery on your head and it's like getting all of your facial expressions. So it's pretty crazy.
You can just be like completely like so muscular by the time you're done. Your neck will be.
I know. My neck is super strong.
Yeah, the strongest neck ever now.
Yeah.
And how do you prepare for something like that? Then I feel like as the script, it's not maybe necessarily you're preparing for particular scenes. Everything is so varied. Like, how do you really kind of get ready for it?
I pretty much, you know, obviously read the script beforehand, but I don't spend a lot of time on it like I would another script, like either with a movie or a TV, because it's the same thing of how I approach animations is that I know when I'm here, I'm gonna be with the director and they're gonna have me do it like multiple different ways because there is multiple different directions the character can go. So if I were to fully prepare, I would maybe like put myself in this like, well, it's got to be this way, and I want to feel free to like be able to have them say, do it more sympathetic and do it more angry. And so I kind of don't fully prepare. I just know who the character is, and as long as I know the intention of what I'm saying, then I'm good.
What is it?
The guy who served me, I don't know. He was looking at me pretty strange.
Probably doesn't get to see a woman like you around these parts very often, especially one that's showered.
But with any series or film, there's just that one linear path for your character.
Yeah.
And with this, you have the option of
There's
living out
many
the
different
multiple.
arcs.
Yeah, how do you kind of keep it all straight or keep a, you know, a continuity with your character through all that?
Honestly, I don't even remember half of it. You know, I think it's just obviously relying on the director. And the guys at Supermassive, they're just really great at knowing where we are in the storyline. And so it's just heavily trusting them. And then, you know, just kind of knowing, yeah, that it's just gonna go. I can't, you know, like there's just so many different areas that it can go. And I could die in one of the things, and I could become a vampire. I can like live. It's just like, it's so crazy how opposite.
It's got to be interesting too to think that someone's gonna like play you in a game, and then maybe you'll die or you'll live or you'll like the people will be in control of your future.
I know. I think it's gonna be really crazy just seeing my face on like the character. You know, like that's gonna be so wild. It's so crazy how far video games have come. It's so much more cinematic and like the movies that it's pretty wild. It's like beautiful to watch, but it's gonna be crazy.
Now, I guess we have a couple rapid fire questions that I'd like to hit you with as well. Okay, ready for this? Okay, so bitten by a vampire or buried alive?
Oof. Yeah, bitten by a vampire.
Oh, really?
Well, then you get to live forever, so, you know.
That is true. Okay, I never thought of that element of it. Things that you've shot so far, do you have a favorite scene?
I think my favorite scene would have to be probably early on between Rachel and her husband. It's a flashback, and it's them in the car, and it's a moment in time that kind of changes everything. And what I love about it is that it really shows who Rachel was and how it changed her to become who she is today. There's just so much happening in the game that it's just like a moment where it's just like really kind of stripped down and one-on-one, and I think it's a really beautiful scene.
What is it?
The guy who served me, I don't know, he was looking at me pretty strange.
You know, my sole objective, Rach, is to make you happy. Doesn't matter where we are or what we're going through, I'll always put a smile on your face. See, I told you.
So how do you get into that? Because I feel like, you know, it's sometimes it's such a sudden change from one scene to the next. So how do you kind of really get into that moment so quickly?
I think how we've done it is that we would start off with the earlier stuff. So it's kind of like you're building to the bigger pieces. And yeah, usually the end of the day, we'll have like the biggest stuff, whether that's us like screaming and fighting, because it obviously drains us and our vocals. So, you know, they know to kind of like have us do the whole like action stuff at the very end of the day.
They're breaking through the perimeter!
You got any bright ideas? Now's the time!
It'd be odd of being like, okay, now we're gonna be sweet, and now we're gonna be screaming.
It's
and
hard to
you're
go
gonna be dying,
backwards.
And then you're gonna be back alive again, and this is a touching moment, and you're gonna die. Yeah, and the first time it's gonna be like a strange experience, kind of going off on your own and acting out that kind of separate.
Yeah, it's definitely a very interesting process to watch, and it's different from anything I've ever done.
Has it been hard to navigate doorways with the camera on? Like, do you find
Oh, no, I take them off right away.
Okay.
Anytime I can get a break, because it is a heavy thing, and so it's just like most of the time I'm sitting on the couch with it, like holding the helmet up, because it's like, you know, it's like a weight on your head. So it's pretty crazy.
It's expensive equipment. You don't want to like bang it on a door frame.
No.
Well, now that they've got you in the game, they can put you in anything.
I know. I'm so excited because I've never been able to play something like this.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's good. Cool.
Thank you.
Kapičku. Co tam máme dál hezkýho? Jak by tam ty dva deníky?
The creature has powerful claws and fangs formed from hardened, unidentifiable tissue. Two of the incisors appear grossly malformed and discolored. Blood is like nothing I've seen.
We always like to base our stories in some sort of real-world truth, a piece of folklore or a piece of mythology. With vampires, obviously, there's so much to choose from cultures all the way around the world. So rather than pick one particular legend, we thought it would be fun to create a monster that ties all of those legends together in some way. So we had an idea for a creature that lives underneath the ground and emerges every few years. Our vampire is actually an alien parasite. It invades a host body. The creatures that you see in House of Ashes, the winged demonic creatures, were actually once an intelligent race of cosmic nomads traveling through the stars on this big generation ship. They somehow picked up this alien parasite and it ravaged through their crew, and their ship went out of control and crash landed into prehistoric Earth, where it was buried under the ground in what is now the Zagros Mountains. Being a parasite, this alien slug needs to find a host body, a living body or a recently dead one. Once it invades that body, it grows inside it, killing the host if host is still alive. And its tendrils reach out into the host's brain and hijack its central nervous system, sort of reanimating it. It then goes on the hunt for blood. It feeds on the adrenaline in blood. So in order to get the adrenaline pumping, it needs to terrify its prey. So it shrieks at them and drags the kill out until the blood is really, really pumping, and then it strikes.
You keep lookout. Fuck!
Lookout for what?
We wanted to show the viewer different forms of the creature and make them think that initially it's a demon, then they think that it's a vampire, and then finally the revelation that it's an alien.
So just to explain where the parasites have come to infect some of our game characters, this shows a game character who's going through different stages, is infected, starts to affect the character, and there's a final look from that where the fangs are coming through the skull. So that's one of the developments of how our classic vampire is actually a host. Another example of that is an Akkadian warrior who's been taken over by the parasite, and again the fangs have come through, the vines are poking through the head. This human is now being taken over, his skin is dying, the parasite is trying to grow within. But we progress that into looking at the design on the alien demon, I call it. This had to have very unique elements that came through from the head design. So we've got a very animalistic head here, but also we've got the fangs. These fangs are coming from the parasite that's within, so the fangs are coming through. It's almost deforming the shape of the host.
Oh, shit. The fuck happened to your teeth, buddy?
We refined that further to what is our final head, where the ear is part of the skull and it flexes open. A bit like a frill lizard, where the frill of the canopy comes out, our head is actually moving apart. And we've got illustrations that show that, where the head is dormant and is concealed, but then as it heals,
ty grafici se vůbec nemají špatně. Musí úplně brutálně hodně vydělávat. To je šílené. To je taková práce, co tě prostě úplně strašně zahřeje, že si prostě něco takového krásného namaloval, stvořil, vytvořil pro hru, či film nebo tak. Prostě masakr.
joined together at the sternum.
Že zanecháváš jakoby
we've expanded it out
práci,
a lot, and some of the ribs are fused together to make bone.
Že ti to ocení lidi.
Just to suggest that it's
prostě
had a
bomba.
different evolution from a human.
Yeah, it's
we tried a version with human-style legs, but in the end, we went for a dog-type leg. It just made it more creature-like and more threatening. And we added bird-like talons on the toes, just to give it some natural weapons and make it into a predator. We didn't want to focus too much on bat reference, because we were trying to steer away a bit from the classic bat-like vampire. We did go for 2 sets of bat-like wings. One of the shots in the game is of the vampire jumping down from above, backlit with its wings out in an attack pose. And when we saw that pose, we decided to add an extra set of wings attached at the hip joint. It just really helped that silhouette.
The environment is very interesting because they can use not just the floor, they can fly as well. They can walk on the walls, but they've got claws. So imagine something really interesting in a cave where you've got creatures coming towards you, you know, from every angle. I think that visually is something impactful and very interesting to look at, and scary.
One of the interesting parts is the finding of those nuances and details that really bring the character to life. How does it move? How does it behave and act? We had motion capture, and then we had the more traditional computer animation keyframing. On the motion capture side, there were a variety of different setups that we tested. We had arm extensions, and then we had various different leg stilts that our creature actor used. But what was apparent when filming this was that it really limited his movement. So in the end, we decided not to use any of that, and he just performed himself. Basically, this gave him the freedom to really express that physicality in acting and gesture.
They react to sound like bats. They hear you, they hunt you.
The vampires have these head plates, these bony kind of gristly structures on their heads that click and vibrate, kind of like a bat's echolocation. They're used to survey environments and to locate prey. We went through a lot of different iterations, and we tried a lot of different things. Like I think I sampled keyboards and mouse clicks, and then used a scooter fender and a wet trainer, and it made this organic, clicky, squeaky sound. And then I had a friend of mine in the States take a taser to a bunch of meat and a bunch of like organic material, and it came out a lot more aggressive. It just sounded meaner.
I got something for you.
And then the biggest thing that we had was this little tiny drum and a rod with fishing line in between.
Whoa.
So when you twisted a rod, it made this clicking and popping sound. So that ended up being one of the main tonal layers for it. But none of them quite fit right. But once we put them all together and like layered them all together on top of each other, then it started to actually work as a holistic, organic thing.
Something entirely new to House of Ashes, which is a classic horror movie trope, is the vampire point of view shots, which we use a very wide lens, and we use some perspective distortion on those shots, which helps sell the power and hunger of the vampires as they're chasing the soldiers, and it helps make the soldiers feel very small and very weak. And doing so, it also helps us as the player realise that these vampires are inhuman, and that when we're watching what they're doing, they're bouncing off of walls and they're climbing on the ceilings and flying. At any time in the game, the players could be running through an endless maze of tunnels, and we use very tight shots on these with a lot of handheld, a lot of tilt again, to emphasise this claustrophobicness and this tension and not being able to see what's chasing them. And it's in complete contrast then to later on in the game where we see these grand environments that they uncover, which could be a temple, a city, or things like that, that we have these wide shots that really sit still and just let the player soak in that environment.
This is the most complex creature that we have ever animated in the studio. But the challenge is more than a challenge, is the fun to do it, because it's not a real creature. You can push it in a way that you can use your imagination to make it more interesting.
We're facing an enemy we know zero about, an enemy of unknown size and their home turf. Sucks to be us.
Let's go. Tak, co tu ještě máme? jsme projeli. Jsme taky projeli. Taky jsme projeli. No a chystáme se na Devil Aime. Koukám, že tady mají ještě nachystané další. Tak jo. Konec. Všechno to dobře dopadlo. Já vám děkuju. Mějte se krásně, skladejte básně. A zase teda dneska. Možná. Bye bye.